How to budget when you live paycheck to paycheck. Most budgeting advice quietly assumes you have room to spare, cut the coffee, trim the subscriptions, redirect the leftovers. But what if there's no leftover to redirect? If you're living paycheck to paycheck, budgeting doesn't matter less. It matters more, and it looks different. Here's how to actually do it. A lot of budgeting advice is built around percentages: spend this share on housing, save this share, and so on. That framework assumes there's slack somewhere to move around. When every dollar of a paycheck is already spoken for before the next one arrives, percentages aren't the problem to solve. Timing is. Here's the shift that actually helps. Paycheck to paycheck budgeting isn't primarily about cutting lattes. It's about controlling the timing and order of every dollar so bills never arrive before the money to cover them does. Get the timing right, and stability follows even on a tight income. Step 1. Track every dollar coming in and going out for one full pay cycle, without judging any of it yet. This isn't about restriction, it's about seeing the honest picture clearly for the first time. Most people are surprised by at least one thing, once it's actually written down. Step 2, and this is the part most budgets skip. List every bill by its due date, not by its dollar amount. The real danger in a tight paycheck cycle usually isn't the total amount owed, it's a bill landing on the 12th, when the paycheck doesn't arrive until the 15th. Step 3. Build a simple cash flow calendar that maps your income dates directly against your bill due dates. Seeing both on the same timeline instantly reveals where the pressure points actually are. Often it's just 1 or 2 specific days a month, causing most of the stress. Step 4. Separate the true essentials: housing, utilities, food, and transportation from everything else. These 4 categories keep the lights on and get you to work, and they get funded first, before anything else. Every single cycle. Everything outside these 4 gets evaluated with a much stricter eye. Step 5 is one of the most underused moves there is. Call your billers and simply ask to shift a due date. Many utility companies, lenders, and even landlords will adjust a due date to land closer to your payday, at no cost. This single call can resolve a timing problem that no amount of cutting expenses would fix. Step 6. Before anything else, build a small starter buffer. Even a modest amount changes the entire dynamic, because it's the difference between a surprise expense being an inconvenience and it being a crisis that forces you onto a high-interest card. We go deeper on building this up fully in our savings video, but even a first small amount matters immediately. Step 7. Use a zero-based approach before the cycle starts. Assign every single dollar of expected income a specific job on paper, until income minus assignments equals 0. This isn't about spending everything. Savings and debt payoff get a job too. The point is that nothing is left unaccounted for and vulnerable to just disappearing. Step 8. Automate whatever you can: the essential bills, the starter buffer contribution, so those don't depend on remembering or willpower. Then protect what's left manually, checking in on it regularly rather than assuming it will simply work itself out. If your income varies month to month, base your essential budget on your lowest realistic month, not an average or a hopeful best case. Treat anything above that baseline as a bonus to be assigned on purpose toward the buffer, toward debt, rather than something that quietly gets absorbed into daily spending. When something genuinely unexpected comes up mid-cycle, work through it in order. Use the starter buffer first if you have one. Look for any true non-essential spending you can pause immediately, and treat new high-interest debt as an absolute last resort rather than a first response. And here's the part worth sitting with. None of this is a moral failing. Living paycheck to paycheck usually reflects income and timing, not character. This system exists to build stability within your real numbers, not to shame you for the numbers you have right now. Done consistently, the picture does shift over time. Let's recap. Track one full cycle honestly. List bills by due date, not amount. Build a cash flow calendar. Fund the 4 essentials first. Negotiate due dates. Build even a small starter buffer. Give every dollar a job. And base irregular income on your lowest realistic month. If this helped, follow Liberty Wealth Insights for more financial education, made simple, in plain English, no jargon. We'll see you in the next one.